Understanding of computer instance in Google Cloud Platform. Next chapter in our Google Cloud Learning series. My name is Vahankar and I welcome you on our YouTube channel Decode ITES. Decode ITS provides you single learning platform for multiple IT technologies. Topics we are going to cover today are compute instance or virtual machine in GCP, key factors of compute instance, machine types available in Google Cloud Platform, and machine lifecycle in Google Cloud Platform. Compute instance or virtual machine in GCP. A virtual machine is a separate machine created over physical one with some resources from physical machine. A virtual machine can have separate operating system or network than the physical host. We will be discussing about virtual machine instances hosted on Google Cloud Platform, also known as compute instances. In GCP, all VM created with UTC time zone regardless of your time zone or selected region time zone. Key factors of compute instance. In Google Cloud Platform, there are a list of key factors that impact the working and the planning of compute instance in Google Cloud environment. Let's start with one by one and their impact and the description. First is OS image. Compute instance in GCP can be created using public image of Linux or Windows operating system that Google provided, or customized or private images created by you or imported from other sources. Customized and private images need additional configuration and may lead to additional cost. That means this is the key factor. If we are going to choose the public image, then cost will be low, but configuration will be according to Google's environment or the best practices. But if you decide to go with the customized one, then it will be configured according to your need but lead to additional cost. Next is project. Each resources in Google Cloud Platform belongs to project. When you create a VM in project, you mention zone, storage, operating system and machine type. Based on the billing account associated with the project, VM is charged. That means selecting a project is very crucial. In case you are managing multiple projects and billing is coming from different departments of your company for different projects, then while creating or at the time of creating the VM, you need to be very specific to select the project so that the required VM will get charged from the required project only. Next is storage. In GCP, each virtual machine has a small boot persistent disk used to keep the operating system. This disk created at the time of compute instance creation and machine use this for startup. You can further add storage for application or database files. GCP provide multiple type of storage. You can review and choose as per your business requirement or application load. Next is network. Each compute instance or VM is connected to at least one VPC virtual private network. Compute instance can continue using a physical box network or can have a separate network. That means when you create a compute instance over GCP environment, that instance can continue to use the default network, or you can create a separate network for that machine or a group of machines. Next is access. You can access your instance in multiple ways based on operating system. For Linux, you can create SSH key or OS user credentials. And for Windows, you can create AD login or OS user credentials. So on basis of OS, you can have these separate ways to connect to your virtual machine. Next one is GPU support. Compute instance provided GPU graphical processing unit support, and you can add GPU resource to your instance. In case you are using 3D rendering or virtualization, you can leverage your machines to explore it. The availability of GPU resources and versions are subject to availability with the particular region. You can explore the list of GPU resources available with different regions. This list is publicly available on Google Cloud documentation, and Google is keeping it updated on regular basis. And last is machine types. Machine type is set of hardware for virtual machine instance. The selection of appropriate machine type is required for well functioning of your application or process with efficient budget control. Compute instance consists of vCPU, memory, network, disk, persistent disk, GPU support, and multiple other things. You need to select the machine type at the time of VM creation. In GPU, you can change the machine type whenever required, subject to availability in the required region. That means if you are using the smaller machine and now your application load increase and you want to move to the one of the hardware machine listed in the Google Cloud documentation, you can go to that, but it's subjected to available in selected region. If at the time of the upgrade that particular machine type is not available in particular region due to hardware limitations, then you will not get and you need to look for another available machine options. In GCP, Google provides you primarily four type of machines and their list of machines are divided on basis of these four categories. Let's review all machine types one by one. The major one is general purpose machine. General purpose machine types offer the best price performance ratio for variety of workloads. In general purpose machine, you will primarily get four type of machines: E2 machines, N2, N2D and N1 machines. E2 machines are cost optimized VM that support up to 32 vCPUs and 8 GB RAM per CPU. E2 runs on either Intel or second generation AMD processors. These machines are low cost for day-to-day operations and best for web or app applications, back office applications, small and medium databases, microservices, virtual desktop services, and development environments. You can have custom machines or custom configuration machines in E2 section without local SSD support. Whereas N2, N2D and N1, N2 machines are a bit higher than E2 and support 80 CPUs with similar 8 GB memory support per CPU. These machines are available on Intel Cascade and GPU platforms. N2D machines support up to 224 vCPUs with 8 GB of RAM per CPU. These machines are available with second generation AMD EPYC ROM platform. And next is N1 machine types which can support 96 vCPUs and the difference is only 6.5 GB RAM is available per CPU and is available over Intel, Ivy, Broadwell or Skylake CPU platforms. These three machines are best for balanced price and performance and purpose web and app applications, back office applications, medium and large databases, cache, and media and streaming. All three machines are available with custom configurations and support of local SSD. Next type of machine is memory optimized. Memory optimized machines are ideal for memory intensive workloads because they offer more memory per core than other machine types. Up to 12 terabyte of RAM is available per machine. These machines can be divided into two types: memory optimized UltraMem and memory optimized MegaMem. Usage as mentioned, high memory workloads. Examples are large in-memory databases like SAP HANA and in-memory analytics. Difference between memory optimized UltraMem and memory optimized MegaMem is memory optimized UltraMem is available with custom machine configuration and local SSD support, whereas memory optimized MegaMem is available with custom configuration but local SSD is not supported. Third type of machine is available is compute optimized. Compute optimized machines offer the highest performance per core on compute engine and optimized for compute intensive or CPU intensive workloads. Compute optimized machines type offer Intel scalable processor up to 3.8 GHz sustainable all core turbo. This is the current configuration. In future, there is a possibility that Google increase this limit. The best to use for the high CPU intensive workloads like HPC, electronic design automation, gaming, single thread application, and some highly OLTP operating databases. Best part is these machines support both custom configuration as well as local SSD support. Last one is shared core machine. Shared core machine types are available in N1, E2 families. These machine types timeshare a physical core. This can be cost-effective method for running small, non-resource intensive applications. There are two type of machines available under shared core is E2 and N1. E2 is E2 micro, E2 small and E2 medium. Shared core machine that have up to 2 vCPUs available for short period of bursting. And in N1, F1 Micro, G1 Small shared core machines are available up to 1 vCPU for short period of bursting. Both machine types are best for small and shared application processes, best to use for test machines and shared applications. The difference is E2 machine doesn't support custom configurations and local SSD, whereas N1 machine supports the custom configuration but local SSD support is missing. These four type of machines will give you a list of options when you browse the Google Cloud page for machine types. There are a list of division they have done in each machine type with the different configuration of memory and CPUs. You can choose the appropriate configuration according to your workloads, and it's going to help you in proper budgeting and smart spending. Instance lifecycle. When you decide all key factors and all configurations and you are ready to create a VM machine, instance lifecycle comes into the picture. Particular instance goes into the multiple phases to work in efficient manner. A VM or compute instance can transition through multiple stages as a part of instance lifecycle. The first part is provisioning. State when you create an instance and allocate resources, however, instance is not running. This is just a configuration. You just completed the VM configuration part and allocate resources to it. Second is staging. Resources allocated to the instance have been acquired and instance is ready to boot. This is the stage where you can say get set go. Machine is ready to launch. Third is running. State when instance is booting up and running. You can do SSH or use server credentials to connect instance. This is the stage where you are charged for running VM as well as the attached resources. An instance can move to three stages from here. First is stopping, that will lead to terminate. We will discuss it in coming slide. Second is suspending, which lead to suspended. Same we will discuss in next slide. And last is resetting. Resetting is cleanup process more than the stage. In resetting, wipe the memory content of the VM instance and reset the virtual machine to its original state. Resetting issue the hard restart and does not do the graceful shutdown. Although machine persistent disk data will remain intact. So be careful while doing the resetting because your users may face the immediate disconnection with their data and their working, or they may lose their unsaved data. Fourth stage is stopping. Here the instance is stopped on the user request or due to some failures. We have completed our today's lesson over understanding of compute instance or virtual machines in Google Cloud Platform. For any questions, please leave comments on video or contact us. Thanks for watching. Do like, share and comment our videos and also subscribe to our channel.